Hello everyone. Today I will be demonstrating how to make a cheesecake from scratch. So I have all the ingredients right in front of me for a cheesecake. We are going to do a New York style cheesecake. So we have the ingredients for the crust. We have graham crackers that I've already grounded up in a food processor. 1 cup of graham crackers. We have 2 tablespoons of sugar to sweeten the crust, and we have melted butter. We will combine that in this bowl here, and then I have parchment paper lining this springform pan for the cheesecake, and we are going to be combining the graham crackers in this bowl with the melted butter and the sugar, and then we're going to be putting it as a base for the cheesecake. The other ingredients I have for the cheesecake is full fat cream cheese, 4 packages, 4 blocks, along with sugar, cornstarch, sour cream. Sour cream gives the cheesecake a little bit of tanginess. The cornstarch gives your cheesecake a velvety texture while keeping the cheesecake together to prevent cracks. I have some pure vanilla extract. The recipe calls for vanilla bean, but I didn't have vanilla beans, so I have pure vanilla extract. And I have eggs and my discard bowl for the eggshells. Everything needs to be at room temperature. So the cream cheese was taken out of the fridge over an hour. Same with the eggs, same with the sour cream. Okay, so let's get started. So I don't need my mixer right now, because I'm going to be doing the base of the cheesecake. But before we start, let's turn on the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so that's going to be preheating. So now I'm going to start with the graham cracker, the sugar, the melted butter. Everything has been pre-measured. I probably should have got a bigger bowl, but that's okay. I also have a glass over here that I will use the base of the cup to push the graham crackers down. And we want to blind bake the crust, pre-bake the crust. So what we want to do is we want to pre-bake it at 350 once the oven is fully warmed up. We want to pre-bake it for 8 to 10 minutes, according to what the recipe says. And you want to have the consistency of sand. You want the graham crackers crumb to look like sand. Okay, I think now we can transfer this into the springform pan. So also for this cheesecake, to prevent any cracks from happening, I also have a pan, and I will be cooking this in here with hot water. So I'm gonna do a bain-marie, just so that we can prevent any cracking. Just in case the cornstarch doesn't do its job, we're gonna do the bain-marie, or it's also known as a hot water bath. Now with the cup, I'm just gonna push the crust down all around the edges. I want to make sure that graham crust is compacted. Okay, I think we did a good enough job here, packing in the crust. So it should look like that. Okay, so the oven is almost ready. I'm just going to move this over on top of the oven, top of the stove, and we can start with mixing the cream cheese. So we are going to start in the order of my mise en place. So we're going to start in this order. So we're going to start creaming together the cream cheese and the sugar with a paddle attachment. I know this looks like a lot of cream cheese. It is a lot of cream cheese, but I'm telling you, I've made this cheesecake before and it's really, really good. Okay, and now we're going to add the sugar. I have 1.25 cups of sugar, just white sugar. I'm going to put my bowl back on. So I'm going to lock the bowl in place. Keep my spatula there because I need to scrape the bottom of the bowl, or the sides of the bowl as well. You want to lock your stand mixer in place. And now you can start creaming it together. The sound of the oven means that the oven is ready. So I'm going to put my crust in the oven and I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes. So I've set a timer for 10 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna scrape the sides of the bowl because we want to make sure all the sugar is well mixed. So I'm going to get right in there. Sometimes it's easier to just remove the bowl from the stand mixer. You want to put that back on again. Start creaming it up a bit more. All right, that looks nice and velvety. So now we can go ahead and add our sour cream. I am doing half a cup of sour cream. And you want to use full fat sour cream. All of the ingredients, you want to use full fat cream cheese, full fat sour cream, because it just takes it to another level, the cheesecake. You want to make sure it's a really rich, dense cheesecake because a New York style cheesecake is very rich. And while I'm still mixing here, I'm going to start my water. I'm going to start boiling water for my bain-marie. Okay. So I put the sour cream. Let's do a little more mixing. Okay, we also want to add cornstarch. So I have 3 tablespoons of cornstarch that I'm using in this recipe. And now I'm going to scrape the sides of the bowl again. Okay, and I'm going to add my vanilla. I have a teaspoon of vanilla. You want to mix it on lower speed. Now that the vanilla has been incorporated, we can start adding the eggs. So what I want to do is I'm going to crack the egg and I'm going to put the egg in here because I don't want to get any shell in the batter. So I'm going to crack the egg into the bowl and you're going to add the eggs one at a time. So this recipe calls for 4 eggs. And you just want to mix it on a lower setting for the eggs. And this one's the last egg. See right here, I just got a shell. I'm just gonna pick up the shell that fell. Well, actually, it's a big shell, so I can just grab the whole shell. There we go. My mistake. Okay, now we're gonna add the last egg. So once you see that last egg is fully incorporated, you want to stop mixing because you don't want to overmix the batter. Because with cheesecake, if you overmix the batter, it has a tendency to crack in the oven because what it does is it expands in the oven, and then when it starts cooling, it starts shrinking, so then a crack can form. Okay, so we have let the crust completely cool down. So now we are going to pour the cream cheese batter into the crust. Alrighty, so now that that is poured into the springform pan, we want to do a bain-marie. But if we don't line the cheesecake pan with foil, water will get into the pan and it'll make the crust all soggy. So I have pre-ripped some aluminum foil, and now I'm gonna gently bring the cheesecake over to the foil, and I'm just gonna wrap it up. Okay, like so. And now we're going to place that into the pan. And now we are going to pour some boiling water, about an inch. You just want it to be about an inch. And what this bain-marie allows for the cheesecake is for it to cook in a moist environment and it doesn't dry out. Okay, so that's about an inch. And I'm going to keep my oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to bake the cheesecake for 1 hour, and then what I'm going to do is leave it in the oven. I'm not going to open the oven when the hour is done. I'm going to leave it in the oven for another hour for it to fully cool down. I'm going to grab this pan gently because you have the boiling hot water. We're going to put it in the oven. And I will see you in 2 hours from now. Okay, it's been a couple of hours. I cooked the cheesecake for 1 whole hour, and it has cooled down in the oven for an hour. So now I'm just gonna take this out of the oven. And there you have it. Here is my New York style cheesecake. Thank you for watching.